Hi, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks very much for joining us. We've got typical autumn weather at the moment, and I guess it's a lot like how we're all feeling with the self-isolation. We've got the ups and downs. Each day feels a bit different. And so with that in mind, we do have a southerly change coming in on Thursday. The temperatures are going to drop, and again, for some in the South Island in particular, it's going to feel a bit wintry and maybe getting into the North Island for a bit on Friday. But there is still plenty of high pressure on the way. And in fact, many regions are still leaning drier than average. So that's not so good for some of the drought zones, but it's good for the parents and the grandparents who might have kids stuck in the house with them, and you need to just get them outside within your own property. So let's see what's going on at the moment. High pressure to the north is stuck. Pretty much in play for the next week or two, a lot of high pressure around New Zealand, but we still do have plenty of showers because autumn isn't sort of a settled season. It's when we get a lot of change. See that southwest change coming in around Tasmania? That is heading to us as we head in towards Thursday. And it will be bringing some rain as well. That's the good news for those of you in North Canterbury who are a little bit dry at the moment. We do expect some rain with maybe some heavy falls, and that might even make it into Marlborough overnight tomorrow night. Not really captured in this map. This is the 24-hour rain map for Thursday. That heavy rain around Marlborough might be more sort of after midnight. But the front will be moving northwards, hit and miss with some of those falls, but good luck if you need it around that eastern side of the South Island. Heavier falls clearly on the western side, and the dark blue at the very bottom of the scale, just a couple of little light showers in there. Temperature-wise, you can see the cold front coming into the South Island. Those temperatures do take a bit of a hit below average as you go into northern Southland and central Otago. You could be 4 to 8 degrees below average tomorrow after a milder Wednesday you've just had. So the mild weather continues around North Canterbury before that front arrives. The North Island, for the most part, bang on average. So this is Thursday's air pressure map. You can very clearly see that southerly change. The dark blue line measuring the thickness of the atmosphere, showing the dry, colder air coming through. The dry air is after the front. Clearly, the front's got the rain with it. Heavy rain on the west coast moves northwards, falling as snow in the mountains and ranges, and it could drop for a time down to just a couple of hundred or a few hundred meters. It won't linger, it won't settle, but just it makes you aware it is a cold change sweeping through. Warmer further north where the winds are westerly. In fact, they're even northwesterly as you head further up the eastern side of the North Island, and a couple of light showers in the mix for you as well. As we get to Friday, the cold southerly comes into the lower North Island. Quite often you're 24 hours after the South Island, so that arrives for you in the early hours of the morning and into lunchtime, and then it moves later on in the day up the eastern side, so you'll get those showers moving into Hawke's Bay after your fairly mild Thursday. It does see a bit of a temperature drop as we head through Friday. A few showers in the north, as we mentioned before. They won't be much, few and far between, and fairly light. Let's get into the weekend. High pressure builds around the South Island. There may be a couple of little showers around the north, but they won't be much, and they'll be mostly out at sea. But you might see anywhere from Banks Peninsula northwards a couple of light showers possibly moving in. For the North Island, you've got southerlies and southeasterlies, so the showers continue around Waiata Upper, northern Hawke's Bay, Mahia Peninsula, and maybe up around Gisborne. It should be mostly sunny though. The southeasterly wind is very sunny for places like Waikato and Auckland, so I think you'll get a pretty sunny day on the way as we get in towards the weekend. By Sunday, we've got low pressure out to the east. That's driving in more rain along the eastern side of the North Island, or showers. So it'll be cooler, cloudier, and a bit wetter for you, and still a couple of showers maybe for North Canterbury with a bit of a nor'easter, which isn't usually the warmest. But it should be still mostly sunny in these areas. Maybe good for the spirits, but not good so much if you need rain in the drought regions, that's for sure. And as we head in towards next week, Monday, we do see areas of showers and rain stuck around central New Zealand. So that'll be a bit of wet weather going through Cook Strait, showers along the eastern side there, and nor'easters feeding down the eastern side of the South Island. Everybody else is mostly dry, but if you're in the northern part of New Zealand and you're thinking this is depressing you, I need rain, there might be some rain building out at sea here before that next high comes in. So the first week of April, around April 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, around then, we might be getting some chances of rain around northern New Zealand in those drought zones as well. That is all from me for today. We will see you again tomorrow with the latest as we head into the weekend.